As President Joe Biden embarks on his visit to Europe ahead of the NATO summit, the decision to supply Ukraine with cluster bombs has ignited a maelstrom of controversy. Cluster bombs, defined as weapons that release numerous smaller bomblets, are internationally recognized for their indiscriminate killing power and the long-lasting danger posed by unexploded munitions. This article delves into the intricacies of the NATO alliance, explores the opposing viewpoints among member states regarding the use of cluster bombs, and examines the implications of the US's decision to equip Ukraine with these controversial weapons.
NATO, North Atlantic Treaty Organization, a military alliance comprising 31 Western nations, serves as a pillar of collective defense. Its primary purpose is to safeguard the territorial integrity and security of member states, with the principle of mutual defense enshrined in its founding treaty. NATO's mission is further reinforced by the commitment to uphold international humanitarian law and protect civilian populations during armed conflicts. Cluster bombs, known for their devastating impact, pose a grave threat to civilians due to their widespread area coverage and the presence of unexploded bomblets. These bomblets, which can fail to detonate upon impact, remain active and can cause indiscriminate harm long after the initial attack. The dangers associated with cluster munitions have prompted the international community to adopt the Convention on Cluster Munitions, an agreement signed by 123 countries, including the United Kingdom, Canada, and Germany, prohibiting the production and use of these weapons. Amid the escalating tensions between Ukraine and Russia, the United States has made the controversial decision to supply Ukraine with cluster bombs. This move has elicited strong opposition from several NATO member states, such as the UK, Canada, Spain, and Germany, which adhere to the convention and advocate for the protection of civilian lives. The contrasting positions within NATO reflect the complex interplay between supporting Ukraine's defense needs and honoring international treaties. Ukraine, grappling with the daunting task of defending its sovereignty, has pledged not to employ cluster bombs in civilian areas. Additionally, Ukraine has committed to closely monitoring and reporting on the use of these weapons. However, Russia remains skeptical of these assurances, dismissing them as hollow promises. The potential humanitarian consequences loom large, raising concerns about the escalation of casualties and the long-term repercussions on affected communities. Conclusion. As President Biden embarks on his European visit and engages in critical discussions during the NATO summit, the decision to supply Ukraine with cluster bombs has engendered a cauldron of controversy. The ethical dilemma surrounding the use of these weapons highlights the delicate balance between supporting Ukraine's defense efforts and upholding international agreements. With the potential humanitarian ramifications and the discord among NATO member states, finding a resolution that ensures the protection of civilian lives and promotes a peaceful resolution of the conflict remains an urgent and formidable challenge. As the world watches these unfolding events, the future of Ukraine and the unity of the NATO alliance hang in the balance.